Hello everyone, and welcome to Sine of our time. My name is Bruce, and if you're looking at dividing polynomials the easy way, then you have come to the right place. This is the first video in our series covering polynomial long division, so we'll kick off with a very simple example, which, as you can see from the Shisa meter, is very mild. However, if you're looking for more challenging examples, then be sure to check out the other videos in this playlist and look for part 2, part 3, etc. As mentioned earlier, we will start with a very simple example, in which we take one polynomial and divide by another polynomial, where there are no tricks or catches. We start by taking x squared plus 5x plus 6 and writing it under the long division symbol. And we do that in descending powers of x. If you don't know what I mean by that, then be sure to check out the link above. This is referred to as the dividend. And then to the left of the long division symbol, we write x plus 3. And this is referred to as the divisor. For the rest of the calculation, we need to imagine that there are virtual columns that separate the unlike terms. We need to ensure that the first column always contains x squareds, the second column always contains x's, and the third column always contains constants. Polynomial long division can be performed by following a very easy 4-step process. These steps include divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. To help us remember these steps, there is a mnemonic. And if you don't know what a mnemonic is, then go and Google it. Anyway, this mnemonic goes, dirty monkeys smell bad, where the first letter of each of those words helps us to remember the correct order of the steps of the polynomial long division process. Those are divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. If this is the first time you've heard of this mnemonic and you find that it's effective in helping you remember the correct order of the steps, then let me know in the comments below. Now we scan the dividend to find its highest power of x, which happens to be x squared. And then we scan the divisor for its highest power of x, which happens to be x. Time for step 1, divide. We take that x squared and we divide by x in order to give us x, which we place above the long division symbol in the column reserved for x's. Time for step 2. We take that x and we multiply by the divisor of x plus 3 in order to give us x squared plus 3x, which we put in a new line under the long division symbol in their appropriate columns. Time for step 3, subtract. We take each of the terms that make up the dividend and subtract the terms that we have just written below it, working with each column separately. Before we do that, we draw a line under x squared plus 3x and put the results of the subtraction below that line, starting with x squared minus x squared, which gives us 0x squared, but it's not necessary to write this down. And then 5x subtract 3x gives us 2x. Unfortunately, there is a blank after the 3x, which brings us on to step 4, and that is bring down. In this case, we are just bringing down the positive 6 and writing it with the 2x. But what we are really doing is a subtraction, because 6 subtract 0 still gives us positive 6. We have now cycled through the steps once, but we are not finished yet. In fact, we have to go through these steps yet again. So let's do it. Step 1, divide. We scan 2x plus 6 for its highest power of x, which happens to be 2x. And then we scan the divisor x plus 3 for its highest power of x, which happens to be x. 2x divided by x gives us 2, which we put above the long division symbol in the column reserved for constants. And step 2, multiply. We take that 2 and we multiply by the divisor of x plus 3 in order to give us 2x plus 6, which we write in a new line at the bottom of our calculations, where we ensure that 2x goes in the column reserved for x's and the 6 goes in the column reserved for constants. Step 3, subtract. 2x subtract 2x gives us 0x, but it's not necessary to write 0x or 0. However, 6 subtract 6 gives us 0, but this time it is important that we write down that 0 because it represents the remainder of the division. Step 4, we need to bring down. However, there's nothing more to bring down, which means we have reached the end of our calculation. The result of the division is x plus 2, which is referred to as a quotient. The 0 that appears at the bottom of our calculations is referred to as a remainder. In other words, when we take x squared plus 5x plus 6 and we divide by x plus 3, our result is x plus 2 and there is no remainder. Another way we could write this is x squared plus 5x plus 6 can be written as x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 2. And there you have it. If you enjoyed this video, then please let me know. If you want to put your newly learned skills to the test, then try out this problem and let me know what your answer is in the comments below. If you're looking for some more challenging polynomial long division, then be sure to check out the next video in this series. Well, that's all from me, and I want to say a very big thank you for watching.